Push beyond limits. Rise above the ordinary. Rise beyond limits.
The world sleeps, you wake. By sunrise, you've already built more than most will in a lifetime. While the masses surrender to comfort, to snooze buttons and excuses, you rise. Alone, quiet and unshakable. The streets are empty, the sky painted with fire, and in that stillness, power whispers. Most will never hear it because they have never stopped listening to the noise. They chase fleeting desires, addicted to the illusion of easy success. You, however, understand that greatness is carved from the raw bedrock of discipline. Every morning you rise, you declare war on mediocrity. Every sunrise is a battleground, and your victory is forged in silence. Your mind becomes the architect of your destiny before the world even stretches. You know that the first hour of your day determines the trajectory of your life. While they scroll, you plan. While they dream, you execute. While they fear failure, you embrace it, sharpening your resolve with each challenge. You understand that pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from mastering it is eternal. And so, with the chill of the morning on your skin, you move. You move with purpose, with intention, with relentless energy. You breathe in the dawn, and with each inhale, you claim the life you are owed, not the life the world offers. The 5 a.m. hour is sacred because it separates the dreamers from the doers. It is the crucible where your weaknesses meet the anvil of perseverance. And as the first light breaks over the horizon, it illuminates more than the city. It illuminates your potential, vast and uncharted. You stretch, you meditate, you prepare, and you move to build the foundation of everything you will achieve. Most will see the light of day and wonder how time passes. You see the same hours and see opportunity, strategy, and progress. Every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort is compounded in the quiet hours when no one is watching. You are awake and you are alive because life waits for no one and the clock will not pause for hesitation. You do not negotiate with mediocrity. You do not bargain with distraction. You are a titan in the making, a silent warrior shaping his empire before the alarm clocks ring. The weight of the world is light compared to the weight of your commitment. You embrace the cold, the loneliness, the fatigue because you know they are the price of greatness. The first tasks you conquer are not the easiest, but the most defining. Discipline is your weapon, consistency your shield, and focus your armor. You plan, you execute, you reflect, and you refine. You are unshaken because your will is honed. You are unstoppable because your habits are unbreakable. While others sleep through their potential, you rise through it, stepping into a day already won before it begins. The early hours are not just time, they are your proving ground. Every decision, every action, every thought in these sacred moments shapes the man you are becoming. And as the sun climbs higher, you carry that momentum into the world, a force invisible yet undeniable, unstoppable yet silent, a reminder to all that greatness is earned in solitude, in sacrifice, in the hours most ignore. By the time the world is stirring, you are already leagues ahead, not because of luck, not because of opportunity, but because of relentless preparation. You have mastered yourself. You have mastered your morning, and with mastery comes freedom, power, and the unshakable knowledge that no one can ever break the life you are building. The dawn is your ally. The discipline is your weapon, and the world, still groggy and unready, will watch as you rise day after day, inch by inch, victory by victory, toward a life they only imagine. You do not rise to follow, you rise to lead. You do not rise to compete, you rise to dominate. And in that quiet, burning stillness of the first hour, you find what others will search for all their lives: yourself, sharpened, unstoppable, unyielding. You wake while the world sleeps because you understand the truth that most refuse to see. The first light is not just a beginning, it is a proving ground. And the man who conquers it is a man who conquers all. The cold morning air bites at your skin, but it cannot pierce your resolve. The silence screams, yet it is music to your disciplined mind. Every step, every breath, every thought is intentional, a building block in the empire of your own making. You are awake, you are alive, you are becoming unstoppable. And when the alarm clocks finally sound, you are already gone, ahead and unshakable, because the life you are building is not built on hope. It is built on habit, on discipline, on relentless action. The world sleeps, you wake. By sunrise, you've already built more than most will in a lifetime. The alarm has already faded behind you, irrelevant, a relic of the unambitious. You move through the empty streets, each step deliberate, each heartbeat a drum of power. The city slumbers beneath the veil of comfort, blind to the intensity of your ritual, deaf to the symphony of discipline echoing in your mind. While they cling to dreams that fade with dawn, you grasp reality and mold it with your own hands. Sweat is your ink, effort your signature, and the quiet hours your canvas. You are not building a day, you are constructing a life impervious to failure. Every choice in these early moments is a declaration. Mediocrity has no claim over you. You embrace the solitude not as loneliness but as your arena, the place where character is forged, where mental toughness is not a concept but a lived reality. The sun creeps higher and yet your journey has only begun. The first tasks, often the hardest, are already behind you because you know the power of starting with discomfort. Pain is temporary, yet the mastery it imparts is permanent. Discipline is not a ritual, it is a fortress, and in its walls you are invincible. The world outside will test you with chaos, distraction, and doubt. But here, in this sacred hour, you have already won. Your mind is sharpened, your will hardened, your purpose defined. While others surrender to fleeting pleasure, you chase permanence, habits that anchor you, routines that elevate you, choices that build empires. Every page you read, every plan you write, every push, pull, or lift is more than action. It is investment, compounding in ways invisible to the unprepared eye. You are a 5 a.m. architect, designing not just a morning, but a life that cannot be broken. Nothing you touch today will be careless, because nothing you build is temporary. Even the mundane carries significance because your attention transforms it into power. The weak look for shortcuts, you look for leverage. The indifferent waste time, you craft mastery. The fearful hesitate, you advance with unstoppable momentum. Each second in these early hours is a seed, and your patience, sweat, and unwavering focus are the water that will make it grow into a forest of achievements. The quiet is not empty, it is alive, vibrating with opportunity. The chill in the air reminds you that comfort is optional and greatness is mandatory. Your muscles ache, your mind strains, your body whispers surrender, but you do not listen. Weakness is a voice, not a reality. Action is your language, and persistence is your accent. You are awake before the world, not for recognition, not for applause, but because the soul of a champion cannot rest until it has earned its victory. Every movement is deliberate, every decision calculated, every breath a testament to your relentless commitment. You are stacking discipline upon discipline, brick by brick, until the foundation of your life becomes unshakable. The sunrise bathes the city in light, but it does not illuminate your limits. They do not exist. You have already surpassed them, one cold, lonely hour at a time. Others will wake, rub their eyes, and stumble through the day, unaware of the gap they cannot close. You will move through theirs effortlessly because you have built an advantage invisible yet impenetrable. You are awake, alive, and advancing because mastery does not wait for convenience. It demands sacrifice, focus, and courage. The early hours are your proving ground, your laboratory, your temple. In their stillness, you discover the truth of who you are, a force unstoppable, a mind unbroken, a body forged in the fire of will. You do not negotiate with mediocrity. You do not bargain with distraction. You rise, you conquer, you dominate, and by the time the city awakens, you are already leagues ahead, not by luck, not by chance, but by relentless preparation. In the silence, you have found rhythm. In the struggle, you have found strength. In the discipline, you have found freedom. And as the light strengthens, you carry that momentum into the waking world, a presence invisible yet undeniable, a shadow of inevitability casting itself across everything that lies ahead. Every morning you rise, you redefine the impossible. Every sunrise, you become more than yesterday, more than most, more than any limit they will ever recognize. You have built a fortress in your habits, a cathedral in your mind, and an empire in your resolve. And as you take the first steps into the day the world has yet to earn, you know this: victory is not an event, but a lifestyle, a relentless ritual, a dedication to awakening before the world, so that life itself bends to your will. The world is stirring now, but you have already claimed your victory. Every sunrise reminds you that time is neutral. It neither waits nor judges, but you have learned to bend it to your will. While they chase fleeting comfort, you engineer permanence. Your mind is a machine of relentless focus, your body a temple of disciplined effort, your soul a fortress of unshakable resolve. You understand that greatness is not handed to the lucky. It is seized by those willing to endure what others avoid. The early hours are your crucible, and in their fire, weakness is burned away, leaving only the refined steel of purpose. You rise before the noise, before the chaos, before the masses dilute their potential with hesitation. In these quiet moments, every choice matters. Every action is magnified, every thought a lever to pull the world toward your design. The tasks you face now, the challenges that await, will not intimidate you because you have already faced the hardest opponent, yourself. The cold bite of the morning, the loneliness of empty streets, the gnawing temptation to surrender, all of it has been met, overcome, and transformed into fuel. You are awake not merely in body but in spirit. Awareness sharpens you, clarity defines you, and resolve propels you. The distractions of life are mere illusions, powerless against the foundation of habit and the architecture of discipline you have built in these hours. You know the cost of mediocrity and the price of delay, and you pay neither. Instead, you invest each second with purpose, knowing that what is done in the unseen hours compounds into dominance, into mastery, into freedom. Your morning ritual is a declaration: I will not be broken, I will not be distracted, I will not be defeated. Each drop of sweat, each ounce of effort, each deliberate step is a brick in the fortress of your destiny. While the world sleeps through opportunity, you are awake in action. While they seek motivation, you cultivate discipline. While they rely on luck, you depend on preparation, practice, and persistence. You are the architect of a life untouchable by circumstance, unshaken by adversity, unyielding to fear. The early hours are not just time, they are leverage, a force multiplier that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. In the stillness you see clearly, the limits others obey are illusions, the boundaries they respect are challenges waiting to be conquered. Your mind, trained in solitude, navigates these invisible landscapes with precision, strategy, and confidence. And as the city awakens around you, still groggy, still searching for meaning in the mundane, you move with invisible authority. The world is unprepared for the man who rises before it, who has already done more than most will dare to imagine. You carry the advantage silently, efficiently, mercilessly, because the true power of the early hours is not in spectacle but in transformation. You are stronger, faster, sharper, wiser than anyone else will be at this hour. You are awake, alive, and unstoppable. You move with intention, with purpose, with a discipline that cannot be replicated, a force that cannot be ignored. Every choice you make compounds, every habit strengthens, every action compounds toward the life you are building. And that life, fortified by relentless effort, unbroken by failure, unstoppable in resolve, is yours. The sunrise now is not just a symbol, it is a witness, a marker of what has been earned, and a harbinger of what is to come. You rise while the world sleeps because you understand the truth. No one achieves greatness without paying in sweat, sacrifice, and solitary hours of preparation. And as your shadow stretches across the waking city, you are reminded once more that victory is not for the timid, not for the passive, not for the complacent. It is for the relentless, the disciplined, the awake. You are awake, you are alive, you are unstoppable. The streets are alive now with movement, but you are already leagues ahead. Every honk, every murmur, every ordinary routine around you is irrelevant, because you have claimed your advantage in the silence of dawn. The early hours are a currency most waste, but you have learned to invest them with precision, turning time into power, routine into mastery, effort into freedom. Every breath you take in the sacred morning air fuels your clarity, sharpens your focus, and hones your will. Weakness trembles when faced with consistent action. Procrastination is powerless against preparation. Fear evaporates under the heat of relentless discipline. You know the world will try to pull you into mediocrity, but it meets a fortress instead. You have built it brick by brick, habit by habit, moment by moment, in the hours they squandered, in the stillness they ignored. Every sunrise you conquer is a proof of self-mastery, a declaration that nothing external can dominate you. The early morning is not a convenience, it is a proving ground. Pain is the tutor, discomfort the test, and persistence the reward. You embrace each challenge, each resistance, each ounce of effort because they are not obstacles, they are confirmations that you are on the path to mastery. While the masses chase distractions, you chase dominion over yourself. Every choice, every step, every thought is deliberate, an act of sovereignty over your life. The world does not dictate your schedule, your discipline dictates it. The noise of the day, the chaos of others' priorities, the demands and expectations, they are all powerless because your foundation is unshakable. Built in hours when no one else could see or understand. The early hours are sacred because they belong to no one else but the determined, the relentless, the awake, and you belong to them completely. You have mastered rising, mastering thinking, mastering moving. Each hour compounds the last, building an unstoppable momentum that will carry you through the day, the week, the year, and ultimately the life most only dream of. Sweat, focus, solitude, these are the pillars of your ascension. You understand that success is not a product of luck, talent, or timing. It is a product of preparation, discipline, and execution in moments others ignore. The chill in the air reminds you that comfort is a choice and greatness is not. You choose greatness every morning. You wake while the world sleeps because you refuse to be ordinary. You train your mind to see opportunity where others see routine, to act where others hesitate, to endure where others quit. The invisible hours before sunrise are where character is forged, where courage is refined, where habits become permanent, where dreams are converted into reality. You are awake, you are alive. You are relentless, and when the world finally rises to meet the day, you are already moving beyond it, unstoppable, unshakable, untouchable. Every moment you seized in silence now manifests as advantage in the waking world. Every step you took while others slumbered becomes a stride of dominance. Every choice made in the sacred early hours compounds into results that others will attribute to luck, but you know the truth. It is preparation, persistence, and unwavering discipline. The city is alive, but you are already beyond its noise. Its limitations do not apply to you, its distractions cannot reach you, its mediocrity has no claim over you. You move with invisible power, a quiet authority forged in solitude, tested in fire, and proven by consistent action. And as the morning unfolds, as the day begins, you are reminded once more, the first hours define the rest. They define you, your trajectory, your destiny. And in their embrace, you have already built a life they will never break, a life they will never understand, a life you alone command. You are awake, you are alive, you are unstoppable. The world is now fully awake, yet you are beyond its grasp. Their energy is scattered, their minds fogged with distraction, their bodies moving through routines without purpose. You move with precision, intention, and unstoppable momentum. The hours you conquered in solitude have become armor, invisible yet impenetrable, a force that carries you through the chaos that will overwhelm the unprepared. Every task you undertake now is magnified by the preparation you've already done. Every decision is sharper, every step surer, every breath a testament to a discipline forged before the world even opened its eyes. You understand that excellence is not an accident but a habit, and habits are sculpted in moments of discomfort, in hours when no one else is watching. While others argue, procrastinate, and hesitate, you act. While they seek shortcuts, you embrace the grind. While they fear judgment, you seek mastery. The morning is your forge, the dawn your mentor, the silence your teacher. And in this crucible, you have learned the most important lesson of all. The world will not reward you for potential, only for results. Results are earned, not dreamed. You know this because you have faced the hardest opponent, the part of yourself that wants to quit, that wants comfort, that wants to sleep. You did not negotiate with it, you did not excuse it, you destroyed it with relentless action. The first light of day is not just illumination, it is a test, and you pass it every morning without fail. Each moment compounds. Every choice, every movement, every ounce of energy invested in these sacred hours grows into strength, clarity, and power that cannot be taken away. You are awake while the world sleeps because you have chosen a life of dominance, not of compromise. You are alive because you refuse to settle for mediocrity. You are unstoppable because your habits, forged in fire and honed in solitude, are unbreakable. The people around you will never see the full extent of your work. They will not understand the hours you invested, the sacrifices you made, the discipline you commanded from yourself. And that is not for them, it is for you. You have learned that the opinions of the unprepared are irrelevant to the life you are building. Every task you complete, every step you take, every decision you execute before the sun climbs high is a brick in the fortress of your destiny. Weakness cannot survive in this structure. Doubt cannot penetrate it, fear cannot shake it. You have learned to see obstacles not as barriers but as opportunities to prove your strength. Every resistance is fuel, every challenge a teacher, every discomfort a step closer to mastery. The world is loud, messy, and chaotic, but you move in silence, in clarity, in unstoppable force. You rise while others sleep because you understand that time is the only true equalizer, and those who master it master everything else. You are awake, you are alive, you are unstoppable. Every hour before the crowd awakens is your advantage. Every drop of sweat before comfort beckons is your investment. Every push beyond pain is a testament to your dedication. And as the day unfolds, you carry the momentum of the unseen hours with you, a quiet storm of relentless energy, precision, and power. Nothing can catch you because you are already beyond their reach, already leagues ahead, already living a life most only dream about. You do not rise to follow, you rise to lead. You do not rise to compete, you rise to dominate. You wake while the world sleeps, and in that wakefulness you have already built more than most will in a lifetime. The morning rush swirls around you, yet you move untouched, like a shadow passing through chaos with purpose and precision. The city is loud, impatient, unaware, but you have already claimed your territory in the quiet hours. While others stumble through routines, you stride through intention. You are awake in mind, body, and spirit, because the discipline you forged before sunrise fuels every decision you make now. Every challenge that arises is met with calm authority, because preparation has made hesitation impossible. You understand that life does not wait for readiness, it tests those who are unprepared, punishes the timid, and elevates only the relentless. You are relentless. You move through the hours with strategy, converting opportunity into action, action into results, and results into momentum that cannot be stopped. Every ounce of effort invested in solitude multiplies in the world outside, compounding into advantage, power, and unshakable confidence. You have learned that the path to mastery is not paved with ease, but with sacrifice, persistence, and the courage to endure what others avoid. Weakness trembles at your presence, distraction dissolves against your focus, fear recoils before your will. The first light of day was your battleground, and you conquered it. Now the world awakens, unaware that a quiet war has already been won. You carry forward the discipline, the momentum, the invisible advantage that others cannot comprehend. Your mind is clear, sharp, and unyielding, your body strong, agile, and responsive, your spirit unwavering, anchored in the certainty that effort compounds into mastery. Every choice you make is deliberate, every action you take carries weight, every thought reinforces your purpose. You have learned that life does not reward potential, it rewards results, persistence, and preparation. While others seek shortcuts, you build foundations. While they chase comfort, you embrace challenge. While they succumb to fear, you advance relentlessly. Your habits are your weapons, your consistency your armor, your discipline the engine that drives everything you do. The hours before dawn were your proving ground, and their effects ripple now through every moment of the day. You see the world not as it is, but as it can be, shaped by your focus, molded by your effort, conquered by your will. You are awake while the crowd sleeps, alive while they drift, unstoppable while they falter. Every second of your morning ritual compounds into a life unbreakable, a mind unshakable, a presence undeniable. Challenges that would cripple others are merely reminders that you are prepared, that you are beyond them, that you are a force forged in solitude and sharpened by discipline. You rise above distraction, above mediocrity, above limitation. You move forward carrying with you the unseen work, the silent victories, the relentless commitment that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. The sun climbs higher, yet your advantage remains, invisible but absolute. The day stretches ahead like clay in your hands, and you shape it with skill, patience, and unstoppable resolve. Every step, every breath, every decision is aligned with the architecture of your life, built before the world even opened its eyes. You have mastered waking before dawn, mastering your mind, mastering your actions. And in this mastery you find freedom, power, and the certainty that nothing external can ever break the life you are building. You are awake, you are alive, you are unstoppable. The world is fully awake now, and yet you move through it as if time itself bends around you. Every glance, every step, every decision carries the weight of the hours you've already conquered. The noise, the distractions, the chaos, these are irrelevant to you because you have trained in silence, acted in solitude, and mastered your own mind. The early morning is not just a habit, it is a declaration of sovereignty over your life. While others argue, procrastinate, and hesitate, you act. While they chase fleeting comforts, you chase permanence. Your discipline is invisible to them, but its results are undeniable. Every task you complete, every obstacle you overcome, every choice you make compounds, stacking advantage upon advantage, building momentum that cannot be stopped. You know that the world will test you, will try to pull you into mediocrity, but it meets a force unshakable, a presence invisible yet absolute. Weakness is powerless here. Doubt is irrelevant. Fear cannot touch you. You have built a fortress of habits, a cathedral of discipline, and an empire of relentless action. Every step you take now is amplified by preparation, every breath by focus, every movement by unwavering intent. You are awake while the world sleeps, alive while it drifts, unstoppable while it falters. And the early hours are not just a start, they are the foundation upon which every victory, every achievement, every triumph is built. You have learned that success is not given, it is seized. It is earned in the sweat before the sun rises, in the silence before the crowd stirs, in the moments others call insignificant but which define everything. The first tasks of the day, often the hardest, are already conquered because you have chosen discomfort over ease, challenge over comfort, effort over excuses. Your mind is sharpened, your focus unbreakable, your purpose undeniable. The people around you are blind to the invisible work that has made you unstoppable, and that is exactly how it should be. They will see results and call them luck. They will feel momentum and call it coincidence. They will witness discipline and call it unusual. But you know the truth, it is preparation. It is persistence, it is deliberate action in the hours most squander. Every sunrise is a battlefield, every hour a test, every breath a weapon. And you wield them all with precision, authority, and unstoppable will. You have risen before the world, and in doing so, you have built more than most will in a lifetime. The quiet streets, the cold air, the solitude, they were never obstacles, they were your allies, sharpening you, testing you, refining you. Now, fully awake, fully prepared, fully alive, you move through the day carrying the power of those unseen hours. Every interaction, every choice, every step is enhanced, elevated, multiplied by your commitment to mastery. The world will struggle to keep up, but you will move effortlessly because your advantage is invisible yet absolute. You have conquered the dawn, you have mastered the morning, and you have claimed the life that discipline, persistence, and relentless action alone can build. You are awake, you are alive. You are unstoppable. The day stretches ahead, vast and unclaimed, yet you move through it as if every second has already been earned. The streets are full of motion, yet you are calm, precise, unshakable, because the foundation of your morning has already carried you far beyond the reach of distraction. Every thought, every decision, every action is deliberate, sharpened by hours when the world slept. The habits you've forged are no longer optional, they are your identity. Weakness cannot touch you. Hesitation cannot slow you. The ordinary has no claim over you. You are awake in mind, body, and spirit, and that wakefulness is a weapon, a shield, and a force multiplier. The early hours were your proving ground, a crucible where mediocrity was burned away, leaving only focus, clarity, and unrelenting momentum. And now, as the day unfolds, that momentum carries you effortlessly through challenges that would cripple the unprepared. You have learned that life does not reward potential, it rewards preparation, persistence, and execution. The tasks that await you are no longer obstacles but opportunities, magnified by your readiness, sharpened by your discipline, and conquered by your will. Every step forward compounds the effort you invested in silence, multiplying it into unstoppable advantage. You have become a master of time, a sculptor of routine, a commander of action. The city pulses around you, chaotic, noisy, demanding attention, but your focus is a laser, your direction unwavering, your presence absolute. You move through each moment with intention, converting minutes into mastery, effort into momentum, and discipline into freedom. The people around you are living in reaction, but you live in command. You are not chasing results, you are creating them. You are not waiting for opportunity, you are designing it. You are awake while the world sleeps, alive while it drifts, unstoppable while it falters. The lessons of the morning are no longer theoretical, they are embodied in every movement, every decision, every thought. You have internalized the truth that comfort is the enemy of greatness, that ease is the ally of mediocrity, that persistence is the only path to mastery. The wind against your skin, the sunlight on your face, the rhythm of your own heartbeat, these are reminders that life is not passive, that it must be claimed, earned, and conquered. You carry the quiet power of dawn into the chaos of day, and it transforms everything you touch. Every challenge you meet is already conquered before it begins, because preparation is your unseen force, discipline your invisible weapon, and momentum your unstoppable engine. You rise above distraction, above doubt, above fear, because the hours no one sees have made you impervious. Every task, every interaction, every decision reflects the man who has already built more than most will in a lifetime. And as the day progresses, you realize that mastery is not a moment, it is a lifestyle, a ritual, a habit, a commitment. You are awake, you are alive, you are unstoppable. Your life, forged in silence, sharpened by discipline, and multiplied by relentless action, is now a force that cannot be broken, a presence that cannot be ignored. A legacy that will outlast the fleeting hours of the world around you. You are awake while the world sleeps, and by sunrise you've already built more than most will in a lifetime. The day moves forward, but you are no longer defined by its chaos, you define it. Every decision, every step, every word is powered by the preparation of the morning, the discipline that came before the world even stirred. You have learned that the true advantage lies not in opportunity but in readiness, not in luck but in relentless action, not in comfort but in mastery of discomfort. While others react, you create. While they stumble, you stride. While they hesitate, you advance. The invisible hours before dawn were your laboratory, your battleground, your sanctuary, and now their effects ripple through every moment of your life. Weakness cannot follow you here, hesitation cannot catch you, fear cannot touch you. You move with unshakable confidence because your mind has been trained in solitude, your body honed through effort, and your spirit fortified by discipline. Every task you face now is an extension of the work you completed when the world slept. Every challenge, every obstacle, every doubt that arises is merely a reflection of opportunity, an opportunity to apply what you have already mastered. You are awake while others drift. You are alive while others falter. You are unstoppable while others settle. The early hours have transformed you silently and irrevocably into a force that cannot be ignored, a presence that commands respect, a life that cannot be broken. You understand now that discipline is not a ritual but a foundation, that consistency is not a habit but a fortress, and that persistence is not a choice but a requirement for greatness. The world around you pulses with distraction, opinion, and mediocrity, yet none of it touches you because your focus is absolute, your direction unwavering, your momentum unstoppable. Every step you take compounds the unseen work of your morning, multiplying effort into results, planning into execution, and intention into dominance. The challenges of the day are no longer threats, they are confirmations of your power, opportunities to demonstrate the mastery forged in the cold, quiet hours. You are awake while the world sleeps. You are alive while the masses drift. You are unstoppable while mediocrity tries to catch up. Every moment, every choice, every action reflects the man who has risen above distraction, above doubt, above the ordinary. You carry with you the invisible advantage of the unseen hours, a momentum that cannot be halted, a force that cannot be replicated, a presence that cannot be diminished. The sun climbs higher, yet you are already leagues ahead, moving through the day with purpose, precision, and authority. Every challenge met, every task completed, every ounce of effort compounds into a life that is unbreakable, unstoppable, undeniable. You do not negotiate with mediocrity. You do not excuse weakness. You do not delay action. You rise, you act, you conquer. And when the world looks back at the day, it will see results that seem impossible, victories that feel unearned, and momentum that feels unnatural. But you know the truth. It is earned, it is built. It is conquered in silence, before the sun even rises. You are awake, you are alive, you are unstoppable. The day begins to bend beneath the weight of your momentum. Every step, every thought, every breath is charged with the energy of the hours no one else sees. The streets, the noise, the chaos, they exist outside your world, irrelevant, powerless to slow you. You are awake in every sense, mind, body, and spirit, honed to precision, sharpened in solitude, fortified by relentless action. Every challenge you face is already neutralized, every obstacle preemptively conquered, because the work you did in the silent hours built a fortress around your potential. A rampart against distraction, a citadel of discipline that cannot be breached. Weakness retreats before you, fear dissolves in your presence, doubt shatters against your preparation. The first light of day was your battlefield, and you have emerged victorious, not because of chance, not because of luck, not because the world conspired in your favor, but because you seized the only thing that matters: control over yourself, your actions, your destiny. While others stumble, you stride. While they argue, you act. While they procrastinate, you dominate. Every habit you forged, every ounce of effort invested before sunrise, every drop of sweat shed in silence compounds into a life that cannot be broken, a presence that cannot be ignored, a momentum that cannot be stopped. You move through the day with authority invisible yet undeniable, applying discipline as effortlessly as breathing, converting focus into results, transforming intention into action. You know the world will try to distract you, to slow you, to convince you that the ordinary is sufficient, but you will not bend, you will not yield, you will not compromise. Your early hours gave you more than time, they gave you power, they gave you momentum, they gave you certainty. You are awake while the world sleeps, you are alive while the masses drift. You are unstoppable while mediocrity struggles to catch up. Every sunrise, every morning, every hour of discipline is a building block in the empire of your life, a fortress of unbreakable routine, a monument to relentless effort. You do not wait for opportunity, you create it. You do not chase success, you construct it. You do not hope for greatness, you demand it from yourself. And as the day stretches on, as the world tries to catch up, as the masses stumble blindly through routines, you move effortlessly, carrying the invisible advantage that will define your life. Shape your destiny and forge a legacy no circumstance can destroy. The lessons of the early hours, the momentum of solitude, the power of discipline, they are alive in every motion, every choice, every breath. You have mastered waking before the world, mastering yourself, mastering your life. You rise while the world sleeps because you understand the truth that most refuse to see. The first light is not just a beginning, it is a proving ground. And the man who conquers it is a man who conquers all. The world sleeps, you wake. By sunrise, you've already built more than most will in a lifetime.